Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the first episode of Pokemon Sing and Song. I will be your host and game master today. My name is Jeremiah, but my friends here like to call me Zombie. We are playing a Pokemon Unite tabletop RPG with custom maps, regions, and encounters by yours truly. The region our heroes will be going through are Falsetto and Legato, sister regions that border one another. The border, however, is currently being disputed by the two regions. Falsetto has approached Legato for a proposal. Falsetto is a region of rich agriculture and regular culture as well. But what it makes up for in love and culture, it lacks in structure and economy. Falsetto is an exceedingly poor region that will soon go bankrupt if it cannot convince Legato to drop the border and merge with them. They fear of losing wonderful towns like Helifab, Dundon, Florburg, Holloson, and Erenban, all places with their own unique charm and beauty that help make Falsetto the tourist destination it is. Legato is very much Falsetto's parallel. They are a booming industrial region that specializes in metal and fabrication. The steel processing town of Hammerrise makes millions every year. The mining town of Deepmurk brings out gems on the daily. Even the smog-filled city of Industrialon makes enough profit to completely give Falsetto what it needs for an entire year. The two regions have been long arguing this. They've long been arguing the concept of dropping the border, but because of the fact that the two regions are so dissimilar, they have always met at roadblocks. So, instead of leaving it up to logic and work, Falsetto has proposed a challenge. Falsetto proposes a joint gym challenge. Both regions do have gym challenges that they regularly send individuals on each year. Falsetto and Legato have created a challenge in tandem with their trainers. Falsetto will be the starting location for a grand operation where Legato and Falsetto trainers must team up and work together to beat a conjoined gym challenge. Individuals from Legato and Falsetto are welcome of any age, any size, any race, any background. All of them are welcome to come to Helifab and join in on this wonderful occasion. The goal of this is to see how many individuals from both regions can achieve the goal. If at least one team of Falsettos and Legatos completely finish the gym challenge within a year, then it will be considered a success. If not, it will be considered a failure, and all talks of the merger shall be completely annulled. That is why they have asked people of any age to join, because some of the youngsters would prefer doing the traditional routes. Meanwhile, everybody who's going to be going on this adventure shall be going on 4 gyms in Falsetto, starting at Helifab, and 4 gyms in Legato. And when they reach the Elite Four on top of the Soprano Mountains, they will be faced with a joint Elite Four, a mix of the 2 different regions Elite Four, to see how well and strong they can do. Joining us on this adventure today are the lovely people I have gathered before us. Who would like to introduce yourself and introduce your character first?
All right, I guess Shinra will start. A sort of rough and tumble girl from the Falsetto region. Shinra is a motivated individual with aspirations to the top, to be the best trainer ever. She has platinum hair with a black beret and dresses dark blue color. She wears an overcoat with sort of a muted colors and clasps, which help keep her warm from her colder Falsetto region.
So she's from the northern part of the Falsetto region, closer to the mountain range, then.
Yes.
Interesting, and like she has lofty aspirations. Yeah, did she choose to go on the joint gym challenge because of the unique ability to catch Pokemon from the Legato region as well?
Nope. Surely for the or purely for the combat scenario. The winner of this challenge, which she does see as sort of a race between her and even within members of this own group, the winner would stand above the rest and their face would be plastered. That is plastered. That is the extent of her motivation at this time.
Interesting. Yeah, so she aims not only to have her team be the winning team, she'd also prefer if she was at the top of the winning team.
As far as she's concerned, as long as she is at the top, that's the only thing that matters. She is a very independent person and has a very dramatic aura around her. At the same time, she does have a few of her flaws, which will become apparent as the game begins.
Sounds like an interesting character that will cause a lot of conflict within the group, but I look forward to it. It'll add some wonderful roleplay to the aspect. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. So, my character is named Lucas, and he's basically a tech whiz, somebody that spent his whole life nose deep into books and also technology inventions and that kind of stuff, sciencey stuff. Let's put it that way. And he has been very active in the scientific community, though all of the things that he has done have been appropriated by his parents. So he was searching for a reason to leave his family, and when this whole challenge arose, he basically just got his jolty companion. He got all of his gizmos and left. He's a dork, basically. He has never set foot outside of his town. Like at most, he went into a nearby wilderness, if there's any wilderness in Legato.
There is some wilderness, but it's few and far between, and any wilderness is, I'd say, the most wild it gets in Legato is more around New York State Park than it is like an actual like true forest.
Yeah. So that's why he would have just got the challenge as a way to emancipate himself from his family. He actually doesn't care if this whole thing goes anyway. Like even if he fails, he's just using this to leave his family. Though he still wants to be famous, so he's gonna fight. He's gonna capture everything in sight and try to be the very best that he can be.
So the main goal of Lucas is more of he wants to have fun and he wants to explore. It's not about a challenge.
Yeah, he wants to explore. He wants inspiration for new inventions and to capture Pokemons.
Yeah, he wants to live his life as he has always wanted. That's a wonderful goal, and I'm sure he'll very much love seeing the beauty of nature in Falsetto compared to the almost industrial wasteland of Legato.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to be outside in the wilderness and have no idea what to do because he has nothing.
Oh, that will be entertaining. All right, seeing how Loki's done. Who else would like to go?
I guess I will go. My name is Nick. I am playing the character Bishop Skullface. He is a pretty tall kid. He is the age of 18. He wears a leather jacket with a well-known in the falsetto area jacket, known for the gang work. He was born in the town of Hollowson, I believe.
Yes, Hollow-Sun is correct.
Yes. He stands around 6'4". He is a very tall, menacing man. He has some spikes on his boots, dark hair, very pale skin. But he seems
very common in Hollow-Sun.
Yeah, he is, but he's not part of the gang anymore. He still wears it to sort of hold himself down in place and try to not look back on his gang, on his past gang. He is sort of trying to move forward, and live a honest life. And he thinks doing this, bringing two people together that people need, will help him with his sort of, I want to say, like, honor, because he hasn't been a very honorable person, but he's thinking if he does this, maybe you'll make him a better person. But he is also joined by a very, very sort of weird companion that you would not imagine. He is joined by a small spheal that is a pinkish color named Sophia.
Oh, you changed it to Spheal? Last time you told me it was going to be a Dust Skull.
I did. I thought it'd be a good change for him.
Yes, I think a Spheal would be more appropriate.
And yes, that is Bishop.
So far, Bishop is the only character who wishes to be part of this entire initiative in order to actually help the two regions combine. He actually looks forward to the goal of being able to help save Falsetto from complete bankruptcy. Correct?
Yes, he was born there. He's also doing it as a way to sort of get back at his gang, because if they bring the border down and they're connected, more initiative will be brought towards stopping the gang.
That's correct. There are actually two evil teams in each of the region. The one that we will be dealing with first is called Teamwork. Teamwork is known as a very work-oriented initiative. Their goal is to make the carefree country of Legato more work-oriented and make them stop the artistic inspirations that that Falsetto is completely known for. They wish for Falsetto to be more work-oriented, much like Legato is.
That was Zen, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, up next, Zenith, go ahead and introduce your character.
I'll be playing Schmidt, and Schmidt is an apprentice black from the region of Legato, and he's been training with a master blacksmith named Stonehand for all of his life. He's basically built his entire life around his goal of becoming the greatest blacksmith in the world, so he started to go on the gym challenge journey because his master blacksmith told him that this is what he wanted him to do to prove that he's more responsible than just knowing how to work with tools and just knowing how to work the forge. And that's why he's on this challenge, to try to learn something about himself other than that.
So he's trying to essentially see if he can't learn more than his master on this adventure and become more useful in the sense of everything he's wanting to do. And also, so that since he's a blacksmith, I would assume he comes from Hammerrise, the steel processing capital of Legato.
Yeah.
Seems like he has he doesn't care too much about the actual goal of the challenge, but more just the adventure itself. Is that correct?
That's a big part of it. He's not that highfalutin with his goals here. He's interested in the challenge, not really the end goal here.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, some people enjoy the adventure more than the end, and there's nothing wrong with that. That all you have for him, Zenith?
Yeah, for now.
All right. Who would like to go next?
I could probably go.
All right.
I can go next.
Oh, okay.
Or you can go. I don't care.
Okay, how about you
go
two
first.
roll me a d20 to see who goes next?
Oh, this got violent. D20s are involved.
I mean, we have Roll20 open. We might as well use it, you know?
That is a 4.
That's a number.
That's a big 4.
Yeah, well, there's still 3 numbers below it. You might still be able to get to go first.
That's a 6. Well,
All right.
guess I'll just sit in the background.
All right, you'll be going last, I suppose. Go ahead.
I go ahead?
Yeah, Claren, go ahead.
Okay. Claren Mars is a male, and he's 17 years old. He was born to parents who are heavily involved with Pokemon. His father runs a nursery, and his mother is a breeder. They are originally not from Falsetto. They're originally from Alola. And his mother has a partner Pokemon, it's a Lunatone, and his father has a Solrock. And one day at their old house, during a meteor shower, a meteor landed in their backyard, and the Solrock and the Lunatone of his parents more or less adopted the Pokemon. So he grew up with the 3 Pokemon, sort of like his family. And whenever Minior got hurt, he always followed it around with band-aids and kept fixing it up. But he didn't know back then, when he was a little child, that Minior has a hard outer shell and wasn't actually really hurt. But he still always felt for the Pokemon and always felt like he had to take care of it. He developed a deep bond with the 3 Pokemon, and over time, their essence flowed into him, and his already pre-existing third eye that allowed him to see and feel certain energies others couldn't, allowed him to channel the Pokemon's energy and be able to read the cosmic powers of the sky and the celestial bodies of the sun, moon, and stars. And through that, he could divine the future and also slightly change the future by strengthening his friends and himself. And when they moved to Falsetto region, he got a premonition about the events that were unfolding right now. And while the message was still unclear, he certainly felt that he needed to be on this journey. He felt the stars calling out to him.
Well, he felt correct. What a magical background. Yeah, he felt correct because there are things happening in the Falsetto region and Lagao region. Mystical things that play, things changing, things appearing, things disappearing. There's definitely, right now, whether this challenge goes correctly or wrong, there will be a change in the 2 regions. So Carlin was brought to this challenge not by his own will, but more of a will of the stars and the spirits to come and join. Is that correct?
Exactly. And he decided to take an egg from the nursery from his parents that was abandoned, and once he took care of it, a Happiny hatched out of the egg, and he decided to raise the Happiny on his own, like his parents raised Solrock, Lunatone, and Minior.
Now that is a bond that you just can't break right there. It sounds like Garland has some pretty virtuous goals with this challenge, and also is a virtuous person himself, considering how kind he is enough to raise a halfpenny straight from an egg. Is that all you have to say about him for now?
That's all I have to say about him. He's generally an honest person. He's very nice. He is into a darker fashion style. He likes the edgy look, but he's not an edgy person at all. He's like very carefree, very, very happy, very friendly, and generally a very open person. People are always surprised at his personality when they see him because they don't judge him like that. And like the biggest lesson to show people to not judge a book by its cover.
Fantastic. Yeah, I got a feeling that we will have a lot of use for Carlin and a lot of help from Carlin in the days to come. And finally, we have one more individual to introduce their character. Lee, would you like to go?
Ooh, so much pressure. So I will be playing the part of Lance. He is a very tall person. Generally, honestly, if you sort of saw him just walking down the street, you'd probably give him a wide berth. He hails from Legato, but he is very much an antithesis of what you'd think comes out of Legato. He is very artistic, a very artistic, sort of laid back sort of person. As such, he has not found any success in that region whatsoever. Currently, sort of just living anywhere he can find. Ever since he was sort of a kid, he's had this weird, deeper understanding of Pokemon, just in general. And oftentimes, he'd sort of hang out with them more than actual people. This is probably what led to him sort of moving away from what most of his society valued. Currently, he sort of operates as a homeless man. Wandering streets in look of food. I say homeless. He technically has a place he stays, but not legally. No one knows. No one cares. The cities are big. No one can check everywhere.
Yeah.
Correct.
So he set himself up pretty good there. Generally, he sort of stays around certain areas, making sure everything stays well with the Pokemon in that area. The Pokemon he actually has with him, I always forget which one is it. Gothita? I forget which one it is. The small one.
I believe it's Gothita.
Gothita? Yeah, the small. The Pokemon he has with him right now is actually one he ended up saving from some other Pokemon that were bullying them. As such, they sort of just clung to him, and he had no reason to tell him to go away. He is, as stated, he's very tall, 6'10". Pretty skinny, honestly. Like, skinnier than you'd expect someone who is 6'10" to look. It's hard to tell, though, because a lot of his clothes are fairly baggy. He wears a very, very large, I guess, overcoat, trench coat? I don't know.
Let me look at his image that you sent. It looks like a bit of an overcoat.
Yeah, he wears a very large overcoat. Usually is around with his huge backpack, which he keeps most of his belongings on. And he has very sort of long dreads coming down from his head. They are green. That's Lance. He's a friendly dude.
So
he'd buy you a cup.
Lance is a bit of the antithesis of those in Legato, correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should probably say this. The reason he's doing this in the first place, he's very much for a merger of these two, or any sort of more relationship between these two sort of places. Because he's grown up in Legato. He loves Legato. He genuinely likes Legato. There are some decent people in the middle of this mucky, murky place. And he feels that it'd do Legato some good if it just accepted help or any of the opinions from the region next to it.
Fascinating. It sounds like he has all the best intentions for anybody he meets, even the place where he lives. It honestly sounds like he has all the best values in mind, and is working towards the goal that everybody is hoping for.
Yeah. He's just a nice dude. A really tall, nice dude.
Yes. Now, Lance's backstory actually made me realize that I did not introduce the other evil team, the evil team of Legato. Legato's evil team is Team Play, the opposite of Team Work. Team Play wants Legato to become more laid back to the point that they sabotage industrial factories. They sabotage very intricate machinery, causing massive property damage, all for the sake of giving people days off and giving people more chance to relax. Would Lance have had any wish to join such a violent operation that wants similar goals as he does?
I will say, as I've already said, he was born and raised here, so he does understand where people are coming from in this region. I feel like he probably feels more, these are people who, if they're working here, and they're honestly staying here, and they're trying to, a lot of people want to work. That's a thing a lot of people want to do. And sometimes, when you just sabotage something or keep people from working, they get you do more harm than good, honestly, because, well, those people aren't getting paid anymore, and you're ruining their livelihood. Any amount of most of the rebellion he's done is mostly shown through, he is a fairly well-known graffiti artist.
Oh, really?
He has gone around and, tagged a lot of buildings, more or less just trying to bring a little brightness into some of the more dingy parts of town. But he'd never go as far as, let's go over to the factory and, I don't know how factories work, shove a big rock in a pipe, and then the factory explodes.
The previous comment is very apparent.
But, it sounds like he's an all-around pretty chill dude, and, it sounds like, he'll bring a real air of positivity to this group. Alright, that is everybody introduced. Welcome everyone to Team Pokemon, to Pokemon Sing and Song. Now that we have everybody introduced, I want everybody to roll me a d20.
Come on, baby, let me get that nat 1.
No, I was so close to the natural 20.
Oh, I was so close to my nat 1.
Who shall get the first nat 20? Find out next episode.
I'm pining for that.
19 and a 2. Nice.
I am pining for that.
That's so nice.
On 6.
Oh my god, you got a 6 again. Roll a 3-1. Become the devil.
Alright.
Looks like I'm the highest.
Alright, so everybody,
The
rolls that we just did will determine how we begin. So I'm going to set the stage for us real quick. We're not going to be using our character sheets or using any skills tonight. Tonight we're just going to be setting the stage for the adventure, if that's all right. It is a rainy night in Helifab. It being a coastal town, rainy nights are not uncommon, but the people from Falsetto seem to be very cheerful for the fact that it's a rainy night. In Falsetto, it's very commonly believed that if it rains the day before something good is supposed to happen, then it will be even better, thanks to the clear weather that the rain will bring. It is late at night, I would say about 9 or 10 o'clock, and the last of the people arriving for the Festival of Beginnings tomorrow are arriving at the Pokemon Center. The first to arrive is a young man in a nice black leather jacket showing the symbol of teamwork. And he is heading into the Pokemon Center, where the invitation does say to head to the Pokemon Center to get a free room as a trainer. It also says that you will be joining up with your team tomorrow at 10 o'clock in front of the Pokemon Gym. Bishop Skullface, how do you arrive to the Pokemon Center?
Bishop would be throwing a Pokeball from left to right in his hand. Acting carefree, seeming not to really mind if anyone's paying attention to the work logo on his back. He would sort of just kick some of the water up, not really caring, and sort of starting to make his way through the crowd, maybe pushing some people aside. Not in a very rough way, but just if there's a big crowd, he's just going to push by them.
It's
get to the center.
There's a moderate amount of people. It isn't packed, but yeah, you can tell that there are at least, if none of these people are in your team, there's at least 5 teams leaving Helifab for this challenge.
Yeah, but he is just making his way to the Pokemon Center.
Oh, you meant outside. Outside is completely dead. It's raining. There's nobody out and about right now.
Oh, there's no one out and about. All right. Yeah, I just make my way to the Pokemon Center.
All right, you head into the Pokemon Center. There is a lovely Nurse Joy sitting behind the counter. She welcomes you to the Pokemon Center and shows that part of the room has been changed into a buffet. Everybody who has an invitation to the challenge gets free dinner tonight.
Do I have an invitation?
You because of you arriving here means you already entered and received your invitation.
Okay, yeah. So I sort of show her my invitation. Like, am I good now, Nurse Joy?
Yes, you're just fine. Please enjoy the complimentary food, and here is your room key.
I would like to. I grab the room key and I just nod at her, and I'm gonna just go to the buffet, and just grab some of the cookies and head up to my room.
All right, you head up to your room. That is completely fine. Do you do anything in your room that is worth mentioning?
I just eat my cookies and pull out Feel and give her some cookies since I know she enjoys cookies. So, being a little chunky self.
Indeed. She lets out a few happy cries of "Sfeel" after you give her the cookies and cuddles up to you for the night.
I would kind of just like, oh god, you're so big. I gotta stop feeding you cookies, and then I'm just gonna lay there and turn on the TV.
Yeah, you turn on the TV and watch whatever is on for the night. Next up, Shinra is arriving. Shinra, how do you arrive on this rainy night at 10 o'clock at night?
I've got my back of my hood up over my beret. I'm sprinting dead stop to the Poke Center, splashing water and mud all over the place. Yeah.
You get to the Pokemon Center and you are moderately drenched in water. The storm's it's not horrible, but it's still a strong sea storm, so you are still pretty wet when you arrive.
Jack comes off, and the first thing I want to do is survey the room and see what the general, what the atmosphere of the room is.
The atmosphere of the Pokemon Center is pretty light, pretty hearty. It's not packed, but there's at least let's say there's about 4 or 5 groups of 5. People obviously are already trying to figure out who's already in their group, because the meeting time on each of your invitations is for a specific group. Some people are meeting at noon. Some people are meeting at 7 in the morning.
I'm just going to flash the Nurse Joy, and then I'm going to yell out, 10 o'clock! See if anybody looks.
Would I hear that from my room?
I'll say yes. I'll say you're able to hear it from your room, since, again, I don't really feel like us rolling anything tonight.
Okay, I'm just going to sigh and look at the thing and, like, see what time it is for me.
It is 10 o'clock.
Come on, Sophia, we gotta get up, and I would try to attempt to pick her off me, but she is 87 pounds, so I'm just gonna like roll her off of me and then call her back in the Pokeball and start heading down there. I'm like, who yelled 10 o'clock?
In the meantime, I have loaded up on what is more than a socially acceptable.
So you're just piling on the food.
Seeing as how nobody answered, just loading up on food and for somebody to show up with the same.
All right, and also, by the way, you are allowed to have your Pokemon out in the Pokemon Center. You see a few people have their Pokemon out. One man has an Abra, another person has a Ralts. Just generally allowed to have your Pokemon out if you choose to have them out.
Bishop just is going to roll out who yelled 10 o'clock basically after that.
Sorry, say again?
Shinra, you hear him call out to who yelled 10 o'clock, and you see this gentleman who looks a bit like a thug in a black leather jacket, pale skin, dark hair.
I'm just gonna hold up my invitation, non-verbal. Continue to watch the.
All right, if you,
I just walk over there.
all right, if you two are hanging out now, the next up in the order is Loki.
Okay, so I just have a rain cloak pulled over my head with the hood pulled over while I listen some music from the from my phone and probably check something on the internet as I enter. And when I enter, if there is a Joltik coming out from under the raincoat and just chilling on my shoulder. If there is a notice board or a free table in the place, I leave what's basically one of those things that you hang on notice boards to say, hey, if you are looking for Pokeballs, these are my rates. And the cases too, and these are and the rates for them. And then there's a bunch of tickets of things you can pull out with my number on it, and I either leave it on a notice board on one of the tables, and then
I'll say there is a notice board that people put up problems or adverts that they wish to do.
Yeah. I'll put the. My advert there, and it would be what's in my handout. And after that, I check in, like with the nurse, and ask if somebody else with my time turned up.
She hands you your room key and says, yes, we already have 2 individuals from the 10 o'clock group. It's those 2 individuals over there, and you look over, and oh boy, you are a little bit intimidated already because of the fact that, boy, Lucas, you've seen plenty of thugs in Legato. There's a lot of gangs, and there's a lot of random people who look pretty tough in Legato. And
I mean, that's why I have a taser.
I'm just gonna give him a menacing look, looking at him as he approaches, I would assume.
You see an absolute thug of a guy, and this girl that obviously is not here to make friends.
I mean, I sigh, and I say, of course, and I wave at them and say, hello, I'm from the 10 p.m. I am of the 10 p.m. group too.
I'm just gonna face mom.
Other guy. Name who I haven't bothered to learn. Did we ask? Do you remember asking? Because I don't. Be good man.
Hey, don't be so rude to my friend here, and I'm gonna put my arm around him.
Who's the friend?
Glaring at him about.
Loki.
I put my arm around Loki.
Okay.
I mean,
let me put my character name to in my.
Lucas. Lucas.
Yeah.
Just. Again, I don't want anybody rolling skills or anything. Roll me just a flat d20 to check something real quick.
R1 d20. No, that's not what I wrote.
That is what you wrote. That's why it came out that way.
Yeah. 9.
All right, this guy is intimidating. He has a pretty fancy leather jacket with a strange symbol on it. But being from Legato, you don't really know what the symbol is. But so far, it seems like he's trying to defend you.
I distance myself from the grab and say, calm down. I don't do. Let's know each other before we pass on to the hugging, please.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever need to buy anything, just call me, alright?
Well,
I hope the next one's not as bad as.
It's all legal.
All right.
How many more
So
are we supposed to have anyway?
let's see who's next in the order, shall we? Next in the order would be Claren.
She's currently communing with the spirits. Nope.
All right, Claren.
No, we can't. I think you're still muted. You're still muted, I believe.
Claren is currently communing with the spirits, so I suppose we can hold off on them until they're back.
Claren, your mic's moving, but we can't hear what you're saying. I would recommend leave and rejoin.
Yes, Claren, if you're speaking right now, rejoin.
Once she re-enters this plane of existence.
Hello?
There you are.
Okay. Ah, fuck.
We can hear you.
My jack somehow got loose. Not really loose, but like it moved a millimeter or something.
Yeah.
I understand completely. It happens. So, Claren, how do you arrive on this stormy night before the adventure begins?
By foot?
Alright, you arrive by foot in the rain, and you enter the Pokemon Center.
I enter the Pokemon Center, and the first thing I do, look around for a person that might be able to tell me where I can find a towel to dry myself off.
The Nurse Joy waves you over, and she says, "Well, can I have your invitation, please? And here, have a towel to help with the rainwater."
Claren tries to fish for the invitation in his back pocket, but it's not there. And he tries in his side pocket, but it's also not there. He slowly starts panicking and takes off his backpack, puts it on the ground, opens it up, and takes out almost everything, throws stuff left and right. He's totally disorganized till he finally fishes out his invitation and hands it over.
Very good. It was a bit touch and go there for a second. She reads the invitation, hands it back, and gives you your key.
He takes the key, and he's really glad that he found the invitation. He's slowly putting his stuff back in his backpack and asking her if there's a shower or anything in his room.
Yes, there should be a shower and some toiletries to help you. So sorry about the rain. It was supposed to be clear weather today.
He thanks her and tells her, yes, but I expected the rain. I should have listened to the stars when they were whispering to me.
Nurse Joy gives you a look of she realizes you're crazy but isn't going to say anything, and just says, "Yes, I suppose so."
He realizes that what she's probably thinking, because he's got a lot of people who react like that to him, but he just brushes it off. Thanks her again before he leaves to take a shower.
Alright, so you head up to your room. You don't look for any other of the members of your group. It's fine if you don't.
Yes, I don't. First shower, then coming back and looking for members of the group.
Alright, you head up to the room, and there is a shower with some extra toiletries around, and you are free to wash up and get out of the rain and try and dry your clothes some.
Claren takes a warm shower. He doesn't like being cold. Actually, he hates being cold. And the rain more or less drenched his clothes, and he was freezing. So he took a shower, got dressed, released his Happiny from his Pokeball, and picked her up on his arms and went back down to get some of the food from the buffet.
Alright, you go back down, and the buffet is still pleasantly stocked. There's two Chanseys that keep bringing hot food from the back and replacing any of the empty trays.
Are there any, tables and seats, or?
Yes, there's several fold-out tables that have been arranged, and there's some tables that are all are built into the Pokemon Center. There's a couple of there's about one table left that hasn't been taken.
Okay, then he gets himself some warm food to warm himself up from the inside, because he's already had a warm shower to warm himself up from the outside. And he also takes a little something for his happening, and they sit down at the free table.
All right. You sit down at the free table while the other three are still standing around. They haven't said that they wish to go to a table yet.
No, right now me and Bishop are threatening to try to start a fight. Quite loudly, I imagine. I'm ready to go if you are, fuckface. I'm gonna
all right, as soon as she hears that, Nurse Joy sends a squad of Chanseys to quickly stop you.
Why is a small girl trying to fight me? Hello?
and I'm currently
just an innocent person.
I'm currently being mobbed by Chansey's unable to respond.
Yeah, about 50 Chanseys all surround Shinra, and they don't hurt her. They just force a hug on her, and Chanseys are so wide that because of the hug, she's not able to take a swing at Bishop anymore.
I'm gonna go sit by the suspicious-looking guy with a hood on. I'm like, yo, you want to buy something? I got some good berries.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I'm not suspicious. Wait, you didn't say that out loud.
You're all dark stuff. Yeah.
I'm going to Bishop. I rolled it. I rolled a d6. I'm going to say you found 3 random berries while you were walking here.
Alright, I'm like, I got some good berries. Trust me.
I decline, but the commotion with the Chanseys actually made my Happiny very excited to see its own evolution, and it jumped off the table and ran over to the other Chanseys. And Claren had only half eaten his plate and left all his stuff at the table to follow his Pokemon that just took off.
Nobody wants to buy my berries.
Unhand me! I am the knight! I am the best!
She's trying to salty me, Destroy.
300-pound Pokemon off me.
2 Chanseys are still all over Shinra, but one of them notices a Happiny running towards it and lets it out a Happy. Quickly lifts up Blissey to hold it and help make it laugh. This Chansey's happily holding up the Blissey, not the Blissey, the Happiny.
Happiny. Yeah.
Happiny. I'm so sorry. I mixed up the evolutions.
Yeah.
It's holding this Happiny and
You went one up instead of going one down.
Yes, that's
Don't
correct.
worry.
Went one up instead of one down. Sorry about that.
Claren goes over to the Chansey that picked up his Happiny and extends his arms to signal to the Chansey that she can give him back the Happiny.
And she hands back the Happiny.
He takes back Happiny in his arms and pets her head and looks at her. Yes, one day you're gonna be a Chansey too. Just be patient. Don't run off the table while we're eating.
Happiny goes, Happiny.
He thanks the Chansey and goes back to the food and the weird berry person.
Alright, so...
Careful, Bishop, I'll do it.
Oh, wait, I want to look at her. I want to look at him like, alright, I gotta get out of here by 10, because that's the team I'm on.
No.
But if you ever need any berries before then, give me a call and I'm gonna slide in the number.
Alright,
I mean, you need to
Carlin,
sneakily
you
give
figure
them
out that this person has the same time as you for your team.
Wait, I just found that out?
Yeah, he said that, his,
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Claren gives you a weird look. And then he smiles at you. Oh, you're on the 10 o'clock team? So am
Yeah,
I.
so that's why I gotta sell it.
What a
Oh,
coincidence.
great. You better not be a snitch.
Hey, you need the berries that make Pokemon friendly. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
these
They are not
berries-
drugs.
They will, like, make you evolve as a human. You know what I'm saying?
These berries, this is what rare candy's made of. The
Are you
raw,
like- It'll
undistilled candy.
mess you up.
Are you like a botanist? Like,
Nah,
you plant this berry?
I'm an artist. I make magic. I'm a musician.
I can do
I'm
that.
everything.
I am already loving this campaign. All
I
right.
can be anything you
Unhappy
want. You know, I
swine.
got deals. I can be a thug. I'm not a thug though, allegedly.
All right, quick chance
Oh,
check.
did you say-
Shinra, are you still fighting with the Chanseys, or have you calmed down yet?
Yeah, if they're still like actually like grabbing me, then yes, I'm still fighting.
They're still grabbing you because of the fact you won't calm down, and because of the fact that you won't calm down,
Yes.
they won't stop like hugging you to try and calm you down.
You're the back punching Chansey's in the face. It's like when you punch like a memory foam
I'm
thing.
not punching everybody, but I am trying to like shove them free, shove them off and stuff.
You accidentally elbow one of them in the face, and it's like the memory foam thing where like it goes in, leaves back out, and nothing happens.
Actually, enemies are just magically resistant, not physically.
I'm not associated with that
They
woman.
also have like tons of health though.
Yeah, no,
Nurse
yeah.
Joy looks over at Shinra and says, "Dear, if you want the Chanseys to stop, you need to calm down. You can't keep that combative attitude if you want them to stop."
You want to
Yeah.
bet in order to try and chuck
Yeah,
one of
also,
them.
we are supposed to be a team. So,
I did not agree to this.
Don't make me get up and I'll go over there and like make you not do it.
Back to what I said.
I
You want to
can't-
go? I'm ready anytime.
Nurse Joy looks at Shinra and says, "Listen, if you don't stop, the Chanseys will have to take you into the back, and you'll have to not enjoy your free room for the night. Calm down."
I can't hear this. I'm still trying to push them off.
I thought you were crazy. What's your name again, guy in the hood?
Space Boy.
Spaceboy, yeah, that's his name. Spaceboy. I thought you were crazy. She's crazier.
Okay, let's say the next person arrives. Schmidt.
Smith's gonna come running out of the woods and tumble down the muddy hill, and he's gonna grab onto his beldam and try to stick the landing gear. So as he approaches
Go ahead.
as he manages to land straight up, he's gonna approach the nurse and he's gonna approach the Pokemon Center and open the door, greeting the nurse.
Alright, you come in just completely covered in mud, covered in grass clippings because of doing that tumble just now. Your beldam is just completely soaked and covered in rain from it. But it's not too bad since Beldam isn't a full rock type. He's just he's just a steel type, so it doesn't affect him as much. So you come up to Nurse Joy. Nurse Joy says, "Oh my, seems you've been on quite the adventure already. Do you have an invitation?"
He's gonna start to reach into his pocket with his muddy hand before stopping himself and just wiping it on his apron. He's gonna reach into his pocket and hand over the ticket.
She looks at the ticket, smiles, nods, and gives you a room key. "Here's your room key for the night, and the buffet is complimentary. Help yourself."
Thanks, doll. Who am I supposed to be meeting here?
She takes another look at your ticket and she says, "Oh, your group is them over there." She seems a little hesitant to point at a group where there's this nerdy kid in glasses looking at a girl who's being mobbed by Chanseys, and a guy in a hood that's being heckled by a man in a black leather jacket.
He's gonna tap his hand on the table twice and say "good luck," and then he's just gonna walk over there calmly.
To which group, by the way?
We're
kind of spread
guess.
out.
The one by the table or the one that's getting attacked by the Chanseys?
Aggressively snuggled.
Definitely not the Chanseys.
So me, a salesman and a business enthusiast, I see this man approaching me that is suspicious, like, hey man, you want some berries?
Why?
I mean, I'm just trying to help out a friend, you know. A friend of a friend of a friend is a friend of mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn that down.
So like, here's my number if you ever need any berries. I'm gonna hand him a business card.
He's gonna look at the cart. What's on the cart?
It just has his Pokey like ID number and Skull Incorporated.
Yeah, okay. He's gonna drop it on the floor and go find somewhere to sit down.
Okay.
There's only one table that's still open that doesn't have people already at it, and that's the table that half of your group is currently sitting at.
He'll just take a seat next to them then.
All right, a man, a few words. That's all right. Chansey, let's do a Chansey check. Shinra, what are you doing with the Chanseys?
Still fighting, but I do have like an
It sounds so cute.
About how many team sizes? About what are the average team sizes? Is it all 6 people, or are there like groups of 3, groups of 4, groups of?
You're seeing that's generally about 6, but
Well, all I'm seeing is pink. I'm just asking about for everybody else.
There's 1 or 2 teams that just seem to be 5 people. You don't know if somebody hasn't arrived yet, but you can see that the general consensus is about 6 people per team to keep things even.
Okay.
So, are you still refusing to calm down for the Chanseys?
Have I been pinned yet?
All right, on to the last person arriving.
I'm just imagining eventually, like at the end of this one really big, like buff Blissey walks out and just grabs her and puts her on the ground.
Armbar. I get put in an armbar.
I already have something planned, don't worry. So, if you would, the last character will be arriving on this cold, rainy night.
I think everyone's been here.
No, Lee hasn't.
I haven't gotten here yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lance
I rolled a 2. Or was Lance always there? From the dark corner. So through the door, this really fucking tall dude just sort of walks
in order to get inside.
Yeah, no, he walked like he. Not to mention, like, does the outside of the of this book center have like an overhang, or is it just straight in from the rain?
It has a small overhang in the front. There isn't a patio
okay,
area, but
so
there's an overhang to where you can stand under the in the doorway and not get rained on.
Okay, so first he gets on that, and then from behind the door he's just sort of, I don't know what the word is, put up his umbrella. Like, he puts down an umbrella, like
puts it away.
Like yeah, sort of. It's a really messed up umbrella he has, and as he walks in, he puts it in a trash bin, and then he walks in. He found an umbrella on the way here on the street. Lucky find. But he sort of walks in and just surveys the area, looks upon, a dude selling drugs in the corner, a lady being mobbed by Chanseys. Sort of looks over to his little Gothita, which is on his shoulder right now, and his Gothita, by the way, has bandages around one of their eyes.
All right.
And he looks for him and is like, "Well, this looks fun." and he just sort of walks over to the Nurse Joy, pulls out his ticket for, I don't know, 10 o'clock? Is it 10 o'clock yet? What time is it?
No, the 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock a.m. as in tomorrow morning.
Oh. Well, I was walking for really long.
Yes. The 10 o'clock is like basically everybody's supposed to arrive today and present their invitations, or else they won't be able to actually start tomorrow.
I'll just go over and ask if there's anybody else who's had one of these shown to you. I don't know, long shot. People do what they want.
She takes the invitation and hands you your room key, and then hands the invitation back and says, and gives a bit of a sigh and says, "Yes, it's that group over there." She points to the two people next to the Chanseys, Lance and Shinra, who are still over there. Lance hasn't said he went over to the table, and then there's the group of three at the table.
Yeah, I would have gone to the table by now if he doesn't show any. If she doesn't show any sign of having.
I meant Lucas, not Lance. Lucas.
Yeah.
Lucas is moving towards the table right now.
Yes, because he's not calming down. I'm not gonna just see a fucking WWE match with Chansey.
Yeah, so she makes sure to point out that one of the people in your group is the girl who's being mobbed by Chansey, and the other
really?
4 people are at the table.
That's wonderful. That's just wonderful. This is going to be a joy to watch unfold.
So who was trying to heckle me?
That
would be me. Yo, I'm gonna see this big man. I'm like, yo, I gotta make a deal, guys. I'll be back. I'm gonna approach this tall guy.
Hey,
yo, what's up, big man? You trying to buy some berries? It's all natural, legal, not drugs. All good. $50.
50 Pokeballs.
It's not bad. I don't even know I know what the berries are, but it's a secret. It's Mother Nature's touch,
I mean, for 50, a normal berry is like 150, so it's a steal.
It's 50 cash. Come on. If you buy all 3, $100 right now.
You only have 3 berries on you.
No. I got more, but like, they're not on me. They're in my room. I'm just carrying around 3 because I'm not trying to get caught up, but it's legal.
All right, so I got you. So berries on you that you refuse to show me, that you refuse to tell me what they are, and you.
I mean, if you want to come up to my room, I can show you the berries.
Okay, man, let's do
and then you wake up, the next day without the.
But if you come to my room, I can show you the berries, or like we can go somewhere that's not around other people because it's legal. But like these are really, really rare berries. I don't want people to get stolen.
Now, if you told me what the berries were, I'm like.
Just because of the fact that you said that, I'm going to say that it's just a lepa berry, an orange berry, and a pecha berry. 3 of the most common berries you can find.
I'm just gonna like huddle in close and I'll pull them out like, yeah, bro. See, I got these. You want to buy them?
He just like looks at them and he looks at you and he reaches into his backpack and he pulls out a portable grower.
So I mean, is that a yes? No?
I'm gonna be honest. I think I got a supply here. I've been for a while.
Oh, you want to be my supplier, man? Like we can make a business here.
This conversation has turned to something I did not expect for it to turn.
Like you make legal drug berries.
These are literally just. You are very bad at selling this. The way you're selling this sounds incredibly shady. Like this is completely on the level. This is completely fine. I don't know why you're trying to hush people over and huddle in.
Oh wait, I thought these were illegal.
No.
Oh, I got you. Sorry, I'm bad at the drug working. I mean, legal working. berry selling. There we go.
I mean, even if you wanted to come, these aren't even drugs. These are just berries. You make them into drugs. I know some people who could show you how to make them.
Oh, you mean the context? So it's legal business.
Where are you from?
Someone buy his berries so he will stop heckling us.
Where I'm from a hollow.
Hollison.
Hollison, that's the name.
Are you from Falsetto?
Yeah, man, sorry. I just took some berries upstairs.
You sound like 5 people I know in Legato.
That's kind of racist. I
am from there. I take offense to you saying that's racist.
Sorry, dude. These berries are crazy, man. I'm not very smart, but it's a good berry. It was a blueberry, I think.
You said it's an orange berry, a lepa berry, and a citrus berry. Is that what they are?
Yeah, a petra, a lepa, and an orange. Literally the 3 most common berries I can think of.
Dude, I'm out of this world right now.
He doesn't have a bag or anything for them, so they've just been in his pocket, and some of them have lint and hair on them.
Where am I keeping my one thing I have? Then I do have a sort of backpack on.
You have a sort of backpack, but I don't imagine you were smart enough to put your berries in there.
It's a rucksack that only has apparently one large thing inside of it, but you can't see it. I just pull out of my hand and I got berries. It's they're kind of splattered since they've been in my pocket for a while. Come on, man, $25. Take it or leave it right now.
Oh, I'm leaving it, and I walk over to the Chanseys.
Man, I'm gonna throw them at the Chanseys.
I like how I literally
I throw the berries at the Chanseys. No one's buying these berries. I'm mad.
Byron is looking around, and you can see the dread running over his face, thinking this is the group I am assigned to.
Also, you throw the berries, and as they pass by Lance, the Gothita on his shoulder just psychically grabs 2 of them and brings them over and starts eating 2 of them.
Yo, she's gonna get high as a kite, dude.
No, she won't.
Watch, and I'm gonna go sit back down in the group. What a weirdo that guy is.
Time for the last chance check. Shinra, are you still resisting?
As much as I am physically able.
Alright, as you're still physically resisting, Nurse Joy finally sighs. She takes out 2 Pokeballs from behind the counter, sends out the Pokemon, an Alakazam and a Blissey come out.
Yep.
The Alakazam lifts you into the air and restrains you with psychic energy.
Whoa, hey, this is not my fetish.
Whoa, I must be high as a kite right now. Is she floating or is that just me?
You can see the Alakazam, right?
I don't know Pokemon that well.
To be fair, there's a lot of things.
My God. This is going to be great to watch.
The Alakazam floats you over, and the Blissey gets out some medical gauze and starts tying you up, so that way you can stop fighting the Chanseys and everything. And you're just restrained, and Nurse Joy says, "I did warn you. Now you're going to have to sit in the confinement room instead of your bedroom tonight."
Happiness sees the Blissey and jumps off the table, but Claren was clever enough this time and caught her in midair. No running off.
Also, Lance, there is a free buffet. I forgot to mention it earlier.
Oh, he's already there.
Yeah. By the way,
wait.
I just realized there's also there's a fruit salad bowl just full of the same berries that Bishop was offering.
You almost start taking them yeah, I'm gonna take these for later.
Perception.
Half of me just wants to be like,
I would proceed to call out I would proceed to call out Sophia, and she's probably just gonna eat all the berries.
Everybody, does anybody else notice the shiny feel?
I mean, she's just on the table eating the berries.
I mean, I would probably notice, but
I mean, I noticed that there's a feel, but I don't know feel, so I don't know that this is a shiny feel. I just think all feel are that color.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
I mean,
I'm just looking at the spiel, and I'm looking at it like that is
oddly colored spiel.
So the Alakazam finishes. The Blissey finishes restraining Shinra, and Nurse Joy is like, I'll give you one chance to sit with your group and have some dinner and go to bed. If you pick another fight, you're going to be in the confinement room for the rest of the night and not get to sleep in an actual bed.
Is she perceptive enough to hear a fuck you from a gauze gag?
Alright, now I need to roll. She did not hear it.
So can you play?
At his table? Is it normal for Pokemon centers to have a confinement room? In
Probably.
this region?
Yeah, it is kind of normal because there is a lot of people that are crazy.
I mean, the Pokemon Center in my town had one. Pokemon
The
Center in my
Yo,
town was
you guys
actually
are
pretty-
probably
you
from here.
you
Where you
also
guys all
need
from?
one in case you find out Pokemon somebody that misuses Pokemons.
Don't you have
The
prisons for that?
nurse Joy is bringing Shinra over, and she overhears the conversation. She goes on to explain. The confinement room is either for a Pokemon with a rare disease that needs to be quarantined, or for an individual who needs to be arrested, and there's no Pokemon Rangers or officers around in order to restrain them.
Yeah,
And screw the law.
Clarence just jumps off the table. He's surprised by Nurse Joy suddenly standing there and explaining stuff. Oh,
Oh,
thank
geez, where'd you come
Nurse
from?
Joy?
She was having Alakazam bring over Shinra, and Shinra is sat down, and the bindings are removed for now, but and Nurse Joy recalls
Yank
this
still there?
but she leaves out the Alakazam kind of as like a way for Shinra to know that if she acts up again, it will be quick this time.
I'd like to look at the nerd in the group. And I'm like, hey, you with the glasses.
Yeah, me. What?
Do you know a lot of things about things, like, knowledge-wise?
Depends.
All right,
Technology,
I got
absolutely.
this thing that I got legally. All right, everyone legally. Can you check it out for me? I'm gonna pull out my rucksack and sit it down. And pull it out is it's a fossil.
That's not my field. That's not technology.
I
What
look-
are you
I look
dumb?
I pick up the rock and I'm like, this is a fossil.
That's a fossil? I thought that was just a rock.
Wait, so
Yeah,
you've
no,
just
it's-
been carrying around a rock just willingly?
I mean,
This is a very,
Allegedly.
to be fair, this is a very, if you didn't know what it was, it's a very cool rock. What kind of fossil?
You need to do a check for that. Let me check what check that is.
I allegedly got it.
Allegedly.
It's legal though. It's legal.
Allegedly.
I mean, Lucas says, I don't know what that thing is, but if you have to say it's legal, it's probably not legal.
Then
It's
why would he say it's legal?
Yeah, it's legal because I'm saying it's legal.
Yeah, but normal people don't say that.
To figure out what that is, I'll let anybody who wants to try give either an occult education check or a general education check.
A
general is a
general.
1d6.
Everyone can try.
Like,
Yeah, I mean
whoever
everyone's
wants to
around the
try.
table. I mean, I might as well roll an occult to see what I know. 6. Good job,
7
Lucas.
on a 3d6. That's some bullshit. 10 fucking god is just session 0. We'd be dead by the end of
Jesus,
session
Clarence,
1.
Jesus, oh my god.
That's a
Chill.
that's a good roll.
Clarence got a 21.
I mean, it makes sense. She's the expert.
Yeah, Claren is a occult specialist.
He's the expert. I'm pretty sure it's a
Yo, so guy with the hood, what is this?
You take a look at this. It takes you a second. You have to figure out what it is, but you're able to realize that it is a helmet fossil. This is from the originally from the Pokemon Cranidos.
So it takes me a while, and I know it's a Pokemon. Cranidos is a little dinosaur with the helmet thing, right?
Yes, it's the head. It's the head button. It's like a head button raptor.
And Bishop's the one who put this fossil.
Yep, Bishop Skullface.
Okay. I grabbed the fossil, if that's possible somehow.
I mean, if she's gonna go to grab it, I like put my hand on. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out what fossil this is through my connection.
All right. If you try anything, I allegedly may get it back from you. But yeah, you can take it.
I'm not here to steal your things.
Alright, yeah, I'd never steal too. It's just, yeah.
Claren smiles at Bishop and takes the fossil, concentrates and closes his eyes. There's a faint glow coming from Claren, almost like starlight. And when he opens his eyes, he looks at you with determination and he tells you that it's a Cranidos.
Oh, what is that? By the way, Bishop knows nothing about Pokemon. He has a 1d6 in Pokehead.
Okay. The stars have shown me images. I can see a tiny Pokemon, yellow of color, with a helmet on their head, running into rocks.
That's Shieldon.
Oh wait, yes, it's Shieldon.
You're thinking of a Pokemon with a helmet-shaped head, gray in color.
Blue and has tiny arms.
Yo, that's cool. That's kind of crazy. That would be how do I get the thing alive? It's already dead because it's a fossil, right? That's how fossils work. It's like something that's dead and then turns into a rock.
I mean, yes.
Lucas, you would actually have the answer to that.
Yep, that I know. To revive a fossil, you need a machine.
Yo, we should go find a machine for this.
I mean,
not steal it, but borrow it.
Would I know where the machine is located?
Let's roll
do all of you think it's a good idea to unleash a prehistoric Pokemon in current time?
People do it all the time.
Yes.
People do it all the time.
Yeah,
Technology education, you said?
General education or technology education?
Technology. It's 46 plus 2.
Alright, you know that the closest fossil reanimation station would be in Dundon, the desert town to the south.
Yeah, I relay the information and I advise against messing with the machinery since it's delicate.
I mean, we'll just be borrowing it. By the way, me living in this place, would I know if there's an actual gym down there?
In Dundon?
Yeah.
You know that in the regular gym challenge, there is a gym in Dundon? The problem is with Dundon is that in the normal challenge there is a gym, but in the specialized challenge there is not.
Man, we gotta go all out of our way if we want to go down there.
However, everybody from Falsetto roll me a general education check.
Let's go. That's a 1d6. No, that's a 2d6. Never mind. I'm not that.
No, from Falsetto, no Legato.
I'm from Falsetto. I'm the only one
No,
that's
it's me thinking out loud, sorry.
Shinra, you know, Shinra and Bishop, you guys know that there is actually a caveat when you start in Helifab. When you start in Helifab, because of the fact that you start in a town with a gym, they actually request you to go to one of the nearby towns first and return to Helifab. So there's two paths leading out of Helifab, north and south. North leads to a town called Floraberg, and south leads to a town called Dundon, which has the fossil reanimation station.
Yo, it's we should head south.
Hey, it just crossed my mind. Who are all of you?
Oh, me, I'm Bishop, Skullface, yeah. That's me.
Your last name is Skullface.
So how long did you spend to come up with that name?
Me? I will roll God right now that you guys believe me. I will roll guile on that right now.
I kind of want to see you do it.
I'll let you roll guile.
No
if
matter
you really
what you-
want to try and convince
11.
them that your last name is. That,
I
yeah,
would
Do
that's,
we need to roll against that? Can I roll intuition?
yeah, you can roll intuition against it.
You matched.
You matched, and you got a nat 1 with your match.
Oh my god! My guile and your intuition complete are exact opposites. I can tell you're lying. But I will.
You can like sort of sense, kinda, but like
I
you
feel
can't
like
really
I
determine.
would
Feeling that
I would like to-
he's lying, but you can't call him out on his bullshit.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna call it out. But in Lane's head, it's like, oh, he's obviously, but fuck it.
Yeah, my parents didn't love me. That's why I changed my last name to Skullface.
That is.
I feel like your parents wouldn't love you if your last name was if they named you Skullface.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely. Why don't we take a moment, go around, and kind of discuss our roles, so to speak?
I think it would be wise.
Yeah. So who wants to start?
I guess I'll start. My name is Bishop Skullface, of course, the Great. And I'm just sort of good at punching things. That's pretty much it.
In combat, you're direct control or direct combatant. What do you do outside of combat?
I exist.
Apparently, tried to sell common berries as drugs.
He's very-
No. I'm a businessman. I'm an influencer.
Are you a Pokegram?
Combatant slash.
I'm a poke tuber. That's the name.
Poke too bad.
Oh, so you're
Look
not a
me up as Bishop
Pokegram.
420. Who cares about Pokegram?
All right, Hat Boy.
What is poke it to?
It's like you record things and you put it on the PokeTube.
I'm will. Okay, I had no intention of having a YouTube variant in this world. There is now PokeTube.
Isn't that like a Pokemon TV?
Is there also
Yeah.
Pokegram, please? I would love it.
I got 6 subscribers.
I'll also allow Pokegram. You know what? I was going to reveal this tomorrow when you all got your Pokedexes.
Pumpkagram.
Everybody from Legato, you have Rotom phones instead of Pokedexes.
Yeah, nice.
Like in the Galar.
And the others don't?
The others are going to be receiving regular Rotom Pokedexes tomorrow.
Can I trade for like a standard version? I don't. That's
I hate Rotom.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
Yeah,
It's more like the implication of a Rotom being
this is all out. This is all
enslaved
OOC,
inside
by
a
the way.
device.
None of you know that you're going to be getting a Rotom Dex tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll get to that. All right.
Everyone.
Next up, Hat Boy. Who are you?
Wait, which me? Oh, wait, you're talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm Hat Boy.
You're Hat Boy.
Oh, there's a bunch of other indicators you
He's
could have used. I got.
Boy. You're Hat Boy. That's Glasses Guy. And then there's Space Boy.
Would you like me to say my name, or are you okay with just Hat Boy from this point?
I'm going to call you Hat Boy.
All right, then. Time out, girl. So,
Boy. What is your name, though, just for Elite's notes?
my name is Lance. Very nice to meet you.
Lancey, nice to meet you too.
Your
Oh,
voice
thank
is,
you.
like, amazing.
Can I call you Lancey? It feels more intimate. I already
you
feel
can't.
like we're going to become friends.
You can call me Lancey.
Try and
I'm-
stop me.
I'm vehemently against you calling me Lance. Please do not call me Lancey.
Whatever you
Just
say,
stick to Hat
Lancey.
Boy.
Anyway, I can do a lot of things. Generally, I'm pretty good with any bit of technology you can put in my hand. It depends. I'm better with others. Unless you want to know anything about it, in which I am piss poor. I have a hobby as a botanist, I guess. I like growing things. I also enjoy artistic endeavors. I'm also fairly good with Pokemon. Just fairly good, though. Not amazing. Also, if we're eating right now, while we're talking, my Gothid up is walking up to someone's plate and trying to steal food from it.
Yeah, you're all eating. You all have gotten stuff from the buffet. Shinra said she got more than would be normal, and I imagine Lance, being a homeless person who doesn't get regular meals, also got a pretty massive plate.
He actually got a pretty normal plate size. Actually, maybe a little less than everyone else. He's got him. He doesn't want to. He is homeless. He does not want to. He has his stomach used to be eating less, so he doesn't want to sort of overload his stomach.
All right,
Yeah.
He's done it before, and he doesn't want to do it again.
Bishop has gotten a plate, and he said his field is eating the entire bowl of berries.
Nice.
Theodosia. My Gothida's name is Theodosia. She's gonna try and steal some food from. Let's go. Bishop's plate. That was me rolling to see who I would go for.
Lance's Gothlita is stealing food from your plate.
I don't have a plate. It's just my Sfeel that's eating berries.
Oh, you don't
Oh, then she's stealing food from the Sfeel.
Oh, that's not a good thing. Does my Sfeel probably notice this?
I'll roll it. I'll fucking roll
You can
it.
roll for perception for your Sfeel.
Nope.
No,
Okay,
you do not.
Sophia's not the smartest.
The Gothlita is able to steal like a good 3 or 4 berries without your Sfeel.
Just sitting there psychically moving the berries to her plate, to her little plate that I gave her.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a field. He has a field of view like 90 degrees.
Real quick, just so we
It's
can
really
get this out
good,
of the way
but,
before it actually becomes a problem. Was that your character's rolling, or was that your Pokemon rolling?
That was
That was my Pokemon roll. That was my
That was my
Pokemon roll.
Pokemon, yeah. Sophia rolling perception, yeah.
Oh, okay, just checking to make sure because that
Sophia does not have high perception.
Theodosia has great stealth.
I would imagine.
So yeah, Sophia is just chewing down on these berries in handfuls, and I would assume he would just keep ordering berries over and over to fill her up.
Yeah.
So she's finally full.
Theodosia has found a good friend that she can leech off of.
I have this mental image that the bowl is only slightly bigger than the Sfeel, and so
She's 2'7", but she's 87 pounds.
the Sfeel you just see half of a Sfeel wildly wiggling as it stuffs its face on the other side.
And yes, she is pink, by the way.
All right, glasses guy, what do you do?
I am mostly what could be described as a crafter. I make Pokeballs, I make cases, and I rummage in my bag and show an unfinished case for a Pokeball, and then I give them another one of those manifests that I put on the
Bulletin board.
the board. Yeah, and I say this is what I can do currently, but I'm working to improve. On the field, I am a pretty mean pitcher. Is it the pitcher, the one that throws the ball in the in baseball?
Yeah, it's a pitcher.
Yes, it's a
Yeah. Yeah, I am a pretty mean pitcher. I can
find you a capture.
Yeah, I can make sure a Pokemon doesn't run away. Let's put it like that.
Yo, so I saw you make Pokeballs. I mean, I'll give you 300 to make 2 basic balls.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, I'm gonna start pulling my cash and hand them 300.
Yeah,
Alright.
I say
By the
I'll
way,
make
everybody,
tomorrow.
everybody does start with 1,000 Poke.
Yeah.
I already spent that.
Alright, so I just hand him 300. I'm like, yeah, I just want 2 basic balls, please.
Yeah, just write them down because I'd have them ready by tomorrow when we are done. So get your 2 basic balls.
I'll just message you on Discord real quick.
Yep.
Wait. Sorry. Wait, quick note before we move on. Mr. Glasses Boy, what is your actual name?
Oh, yeah, sorry. My name is Lucas.
Okay. Hello, Lucas. Very nice to meet you.
Thanks.
God, that.
It's good to see that there is some decent people in the party.
Hey!
Since we're going around, how about... Are you done there, Lucas?
Yeah.
All right. How about I don't know anyone else's name, so I'm just gonna go with Hoodie Boy.
My name is Clara, and I decided to join you guys because the stars have been whispering to me. They have been telling me about my destiny and what I should do. Although they were not really very clear about my destiny, they told me to come here and to join you. And this is actually the first time in my life that I'm starting to doubt what the stars have been telling me.
Just out of pure curiosity, are the stars talking to you right now?
Yes, they're always whispering. I grew up with a Solrock, a Lunatone, and a Meteor, and they showed me how to listen to the whispers of the stars, listen to the hum of the moon, and hear the song of the sun.
So what drugs are you on?
How many of those berries?
None of the berries are psychedelic. Please stop saying the berries are drugs.
I mean, I'd say the ones that make the Pokemons more friendly are drugs.
Have none of you here ever met psychically gifted Pokemon trainers besides me?
I mean, I can punch things hard. Is that a thing?
A random D20 to see if any of you have encountered a psychic type trainer.
Can I just fail that? Because I wouldn't have.
You can choose to fail.
What am I rolling for?
Yeah, I'll choose to fail.
I am not a nerd of word, so I wouldn't know.
Zombie question: with my pest, would it? Because I think the leader is.
The leader would be very logically trained, so I wouldn't be surprised if he was a psychic type user.
Okay, I'm I've seen not accomplices, but friends do it. Yeah, that's the word.
Wait, I own a psychic type.
Yes, you do.
No, it's the
trainer. But you're not
the
psychic.
type.
Seen any trainers
It's a
that
general
are
education for anybody who doesn't choose to fail.
Yeah, sure, I'll try. General or occult, I'd say.
Yeah, general or occult.
Do I have to roll, or because I have someone that does it, or should I just roll?
You have an in-story reason why, so you don't have to roll.
Gotcha.
I'll give you guys anything if you can give me an in-story reason. Behind it.
So we're talking about psychic, trainers that have psychic powers?
Yes.
I mean...
Yeah, trainers that can pick things up with their mind, shoot, water gun.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Or just protect people.
You know what? I'm actually gonna say he doesn't know. He does have. He's a channeler. Channeler.
I mean, the sun gives me the power to heal my Ellie's wound. The moon gives me the power to strengthen my Ellie's, and the stars give me a little bit of both.
The more you talk, the more confused I get.
My fist gives me the ability to punch people. Is that what you're basically saying?
I'm very sorry if that was blunt, but I really don't have any idea what.
Yep.
So crazy guy. I'm assuming what you're saying is because I have my fist, I have the power to punch, right?
Yes.
Got you, bro.
Are you saying what you can do is more and I point over to I'm just gonna call her Theodosia because I went over to my Gothita Theodosia, and who's now currently still just been fucking factory work psychically throwing berries into her mouth. And I just went over to her, so you can do like what she's doing right now?
I cannot really use telekinesis, but my powers are founded on the same basis, yes.
Cool.
Can I see my
Okay,
Sophia would
so
have
you're
seen the
certified
berries
insane.
now? Because he pointed out the Galthia.
I
Oh, you can go.
I suppose you can roll, though. With how gluttonous you, yeah, you won't notice. That's a 5, and that Gothalita is stealthy, so I'm not even gonna try and.
All right, so Space Boy, outside of combat, what do you do?
Excuse me?
Outside of combat, what do you do? First, combat related.
Sorry, I'm having lags. I'm not understanding you
He
acoustically.
asked, outside of combat, what does your character do?
Yeah, what is Claren? So Claren, what can you do outside of combat? That is what the Tantrum Queen is.
I'm really good with Pokemon. My father owns a nursery and my mother is a breeder, and I've grown up with Pokemon all my life.
Oh, that's very
And I
nice.
can take care of your Pokemon and you if you're hurt or anything.
Well, that's very nice.
Nice indeed.
I believe that Bishop already did his, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I believe that's
Yeah, I
everyone.
just punched stuff.
I think. Oh wait, no, Schmidt.
So Smith leaning back, still soaking wet and dripping water everywhere, is gonna say, guess that's me. He's gonna pull out his hammer and say, I work with steel, and wait, I completely lost track of what I was going to say.
Take your time.
Oh, yep,
Can
that's
that be in character? Can that be in character?
I mean, it
I work with
is,
steel.
it is if Zenith wants it to be in character.
That's
we
100%
lost,
in character.
Shiba
That's
again.
what he does. He works with steel.
Uh,
works
And
with
he's gonna point to his beldam and say, "This is," and that's my battle plan.
All right then.
Are weapons legal in this world?
yes, weaponry is legal, though in official gym battles you are not allowed to use weapons. You are allowed to participate in the falsetto region. It is allowed for trainers to help participate fighting in Pokemon battles and trainer battles, but using straight up weapons like a switchblade or a taser is going to.
Also, Bishop can just walk up and punch a Pokemon?
Yeah, you can walk up in a training battle. You can in specifically the falsetto region. You are legally allowed to participate in a Pokemon battle.
Man, I love this region.
I call it taser, but it's not actually a taser. I call it taser because it gives me zapper, but it's made out of pieces of my Pokemon, basically.
You're able to.
Wait,
I'm
what?
just saying that, like, no, if you show up to a gym battle and pull out a meat cleaver, they're gonna turn you away.
Yeah, no, okay. No, I just pull out a thing made of jolty hair.
I got my walking cane. That walking
I'm sorry, I
cane will
missed
fuck you up
that.
though.
I got Black and Betty, and I hold up my fist.
You named your face.
Shinra, for what you
Yeah.
basically you are in the falsetto region. You're allowed to help your Pokemon in battle in trainer battles.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, trainer combat is cool as long as you don't have as long as you don't hop into battle with a real ass goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. As long as you're like just intending to battle and not intending to like kill or
Murder.
hurt.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah,
be
you
good.
can't just pull up with a sword.
Is that just game
Yeah,
battles or like all battles?
Only here in falsetto.
I just
In Legato,
no,
there are severe sanctions and laws against trainers participating in Pokemon battles.
Because Legato sucks ass.
Yeah.
Wait, so in Legato, there are rules about Pokemon trainers participating, and in Falsetto, there aren't?
Correct.
Well, Well, there's
And
there's a couple rules in falsetto. It's mainly just don't bring lethal armament.
Okay, and the special gym thing that we're doing right now does use the switch rule set.
We'll be going, I think, from falsetto and then into legato. So we're going to probably deal with both of them at some point.
Yes. Yeah, you will for the first 4 gyms, you will be allowed to participate actively in your trainer battles. But for the last 4 gyms, you will not be allowed because you will be in the legato region. You are starting in the falsetto region. Falsetto, the mentality is very much people and Pokemon are one and should be treated as such.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, that's nice.
Feels like I made the right decision to be from there.
And then this is my shiny sphere right here. Her name's Sophia.
Oh, so that's why I was so weirdly colored.
Yeah, I got her from a friend.
I mean, very good friend if I gave you a shiny.
Yeah.
That doesn't look
What's a shiny?
The shiny is a Pokemon that has a different color.
Yeah, like her her species is supposed to be blue, but she's like 1 in a million basically because she's that special to me, and she's pink.
Those from Legato with Rotom phones, you can check. You can like scan Spiel with your Pokedex, and it'll show you the regular Spiel as well.
But don't we get it tomorrow?
If you're from Legato, you have a Rotom phone to start with, which is basically a.
Okay, I understand.
You know, the
Okay,
Rotom
okay.
phone that was introduced in the most recent Pokemon game.
Yep, I know.
Mine is a Nokia model.
He has a flip phone.
Yeah. It's also fucking indestructible. So
can my phone instead be a Porygon phone?
I don't think those can exist.
It's just the same. It's the same as a Rotom phone. It's just not made with a Rotom. It has a Porygon inside as a OS.
I have a question. Does everybody here hate Rotom?
Yes.
I don't even care. I never even played the new one. Can we have a normal Pokédex, please?
It depends. It depends on how you decide to characterize Rotom. Characterize a Rotom different thing than the normal annoying. You guys know that, right?
Yeah, like if you're from Legato, you can choose.
Oh wait, Rotom's a living thing?
Yes, it is a Pokemon that inhabits mechanical objects and gives them and uses them as its body.
Yo, I want that.
You're gonna get one?
Those from Falsetto are going to get a Rotom Dex, which is a older model Pokedex than the Rotom phone.
Yeah, in my head, I've just been thinking my Rotom is just like a really old dude.
Like everybody can roll like a personality trait for their Rotom if they want from the.
Yes, this is a Sphere, you see. Back in my day, Spheres weren't pink though. This Sphere's a very weird Sphere.
No, it's okay, Ola, man. This is a normal Sphere.
Yeah, I was just asking, can I have like a Porygon phone? Like I don't actually have a Porygon in the phone. No, it makes the phone work.
The Rotom Dex and the Rotom phones and the don't count towards your Pokedex entry. I will tell you that now.
Yeah.
So you know what? So Lucas, because of the fact that it's a very original idea, I will give you a Porygon phone.
Yeah. It's basically the same, but instead of being a ghost type, it's a normal ass Porygon.
Yeah.
That has been made.
I always hated Porygon. It looks so weird. Like, what shape is he?
Polygon.
It's a Porygon shape.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Until you get your new fangled Porygon phone.
everybody from Legato can currently use a Pokedex to scan this field, and Lance's old man Rodham did indeed say that his fields are commonly blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry about him. I have no idea where I.
Before, Shira, I think it's bad. So, I gently pick up my Joltik, which was eating random stuff on the table, and say, "Oh, this is Spec. It's my Joltik." With him, he helps me make sure that no Pokemon will ever run away with web.
Why are they running away?
So you be holding a Pokemon captive? Yo, I know a guy that you can sell them to legally.
That's not legal.
I don't think any part of what you just said was legal.
That was not a legal statement right there. You cannot capture Pokemon and then just sell them.
Yeah, no.
That is just
like,
not
it's
legal.
a wonder trade though, because you're just like wonder trading.
Are you
with
getting
someone
money?
that you
Are
know.
you getting money for doing that?
Allegedly, I am.
That's not legal.
That is not legal.
No. It's allegedly.
There's no
I just
allegedly. That's just
capture them.
straight cut, not legal.
My idea is to capture them and then trade them for Pokemon I actually
Oh,
want.
Shinra is back.
See,
Welcome back, Shinra.
he's a businessman.
Yes. Very
Okay.
frustrating, but I am back.
All right, we can
All
now
right.
continue the discussion.
Yep.
We just talked about Rotom phones while you were gone.
Again.
And the fact that
but-
I am the only one without one, and I just have a homemade phone with a custom OS.
Lucas has a Porygon phone instead of a Rotom phone.
Yeah.
They're-
But now that we're back, so that's everyone's introduced themselves except for you, little Miss Tantrum.
Don't be so mean. Why are you giving people such mean nicknames?
Yeah, bro. Why you so
you
like
see what I
mean
got-
people, man?
You should see what
I am literally the only. I am out of the two of us, out of like me and her. I am who has been actively asking people's actual name.
That's weirdly personal, isn't it?
We're going to be
Yeah,
working,
like
you
just
know.
mind your own business, man. What are you doing?
Everybody's
All right,
teaming
good.
up against Lance, who is honestly the nicest
All
guy
right.
here.
All right, clearly I'm not one. All right, clearly I'm not wanted. I'm gonna go sit in a corner over there.
My
Good.
name.
Go take a shower
is,
while you're at it too.
Why is he being so antisocial?
My name is.
All right, everybody, let Shinra talk.
No. I'm fun listening to this.
Before Cloud destroys the car.
Yeah.
So, lady, what's your name?
All right. My name is Shinra. In battle, I specialize primarily in single targets and damage. Outside of battle, I'm mostly. I'm very paranoid. Let's go with that.
You're
ready?
Also, I suspect I'm the only person with a set of lockpicks. I'm just gonna flash a small leather case of something metal.
Yeah, she does have a case of lockpicks.
Hey, those are handy.
Yes, very. That's how
For
I found
stealing
most of my
stuff.
stuff.
I mean, not only for stealing stuff.
It's for stealing
Whoa,
stuff.
who brought up stealing stuff, bro?
And could I get the abridged version of Finn?
There was no abridged version. His version was already pretty abridged. He works with steel.
He's a blacksmith.
Yeah.
He didn't really describe what he did in battle.
Yo, you can make me like a really cool hammer. I'll give you $1.
A singular dollar.
It's a good deal.
I believe then that is all of us.
Yes, that is everybody. All of you have introduced each other. You've seen each other's Pokemon. Has anybody not shown their Pokemon?
I have not yet, and I'm going to pull out a Premier Ball, and I'm going to summon my token.
You also
ugliest Pokemon ever.
Pokemon appear on the table.
That thing's not even born. What's it doing?
His best, and I'm just going to kind of hold my hand in the hold my head in my hands as it goes and tries to hug one of the Chanseys.
So, like, are eggs, like, gym legal? Is that a thing you can do?
Oh, if he wants to be, he's the most dangerous thing on the field. It's just getting him there. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's the same thing here with Sophia. Like, she can just roll it out in the combat, you know?
It's a bit of a cliche, but I eat eggs for breakfast.
Yo, are you good at cooking? I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, that is a good point. Do any of you know how?
Nope.
I can cook berries that I find, but like I can hand them to you and eat them.
I have the basics.
You know the basics?
I know the basics.
I'm designating.
I'm more of
you
an
as the
intimidating
cook.
person.
You are the only person whose name I'm actually going to learn. Who was that just...
That was Lance.
Fuck, I can't use Hatman.
I don't need to cook because I feed off of the light of the sun and
Okay,
the stars.
no one asked you, Space Boys.
Yeah.
This is too much. Yo, I'm gonna
Have
have to
fun.
bed, guys. I'll see you guys in the morning, though.
The rest of us can't photosynthesize, and I'm going to head off to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna call up Sophia. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be in my room. If you guys need any berries, legally, come to my room.
Why are you trying to get people to come to your room?
Please.
My
don't
mommy
give
told
us
me
any
never
berries.
to go up to some stranger's room.
I'm not a stranger. We teammates. What do you mean?
We are.
The stars tell me to.
We've met
What are the stars telling you?
We've met for like 2 hours. We're still basically acquaintances.
I can
All right, friend. I give him a pat on the back and I head up to my room.
I can only imagine that all of you are filled with an existential dread that this is the team you have all been forced to join.
Yes,
You know what?
yes.
I like this team. This team looks perfect.
Lance is fucking giddy. This is gonna be funny.
I go to my room and make all of my inventory sticky.
Wait a second,
You like
Lucas.
crush a
What?
berry and like slather everything?
No, I have a
That is
Pokemon
not
that
what-
makes webs.
I was thinking
That
something
is
else.
not how I took that. That is not how I took that.
I know, because everyone is malicious. Fuck you guys. That's exactly why I said so.
I like how at the end of that conversation, everyone is just like, "Fuck you, Lance." Stop talking.
That was honestly hilarious how everybody got aggressive against Lance, who was honestly the most polite person there.
Probably the only like normal person of the group.
Yes,
Lance, more like Lance. Who cares?
I'm so sorry, Lancey.
No, I make my I make my Pokemon make my inventory sticky so that people of my team cannot steal stuff sneakily.
All right,
Hey,
fair
listen,
enough.
here's the rule. Here's the rule with a group of rogues. No one steals anything because it's just a bunch of people borrowing other people's things at that point.
Whoa! Who said we're rogues, bro? We just vibing, really.
At least 3 of us are.
Wait! I want to know which three. Which three? I want to know what you think.
No.
Person trying to sell drugs.
Wait,
Person
dude, I'm
who's
trying to sell
actually
legal
like a
berries.
rogue.
I'm the actual rogue. What do you mean?
Oh, then we got 2.
Wait, who did you think was the actual rogue?
That's my actual class is rogue.
He's actually a rogue.
No, he's not.
I thought
I'm the only legitimate rogue.
Wait, who did you think was the rogue?
Lucas.
Bishop.
What?
Wait, yeah,
Lucas,
I am the
Bishop.
rogue.
No, Lucas
What?
is not the. I thought someone else was selling drugs, not just Bishop.
Oh no, it was just Bishop.
It was
It was just Bishop.
It was just
Oh,
Bishop
okay.
just
No,
trying
okay, so we
to
got 2 rogues.
sell some
Yeah.
Oh my
common
God.
gentle berries.
Oh, yeah, I forgot a thing that I can do. I can repair Pokeballs if they fail to capture the Pokemon.
I forgot
that's
that was a
great.
mechanic.
That is a very useful mechanic.
Yeah, that's
I
fucking
forgot
great.
something too. My hobby is
Oh, what'd you
dancing.
Honestly, no one really cares what your hobbies are at this point.
My
Like,
hobby
you
is
can do those
taking
down-
drugs and selling them.
You could be the complete, like, most down
Again,
person, but as
again,
long as you
I'm just
listen
gonna-
to the stars, yeah, none of us care.
Again, in the terms of drugs, insane.
I mean,
have
there's a
met
reason
a
it's
lot of
called-
drug dealers. You are way too obvious.
I'm not obvious at all. What do you mean?
Wait, are you suggesting he's a drug dealer?
Yeah, what are you talking about, bro?
You want to be? You're failing.
You can't fail at life if you never try.
You're trying, and you're clearly failing.
Yeah.
You are just not a team player.
I have to say, I already love the dynamic between Bishop and Lance.
I am a team player by being part of a team because I'm technically a player of the team.
Yeah, not how that works.
My IQ is just so like large. Like I dropped out of school in 5th grade, but still.
I would say something, but I never went. So you know what?
See, like I can do 2 + 2. You can't even do that, fool.
2 + 2 is 4.
DM question.
Nah.
On town maps.
Yeah, I'm gonna need somebody to check
I
the calculator.
I haven't gotten the chance to work on town maps yet. I don't have a full map of the region yet.
No, I mean, at some point when I was jamming, I just said, fuck it. I made a map completely black, wrote Theater of the Mind inside and said, okay, now imagining things, because I am sick and tired of trying to draw stuff.
And one of my favorite map techniques is to basically do that, but instead just write whatever the DM fucking says.
Yeah.
Allegedly, though.
Like, I have a map planned out in my head of how things are gonna go. And it's a map that makes plenty of sense.
So, zombie question: how illegal are drugs in this world?
In
There's
Legato,
only one
they
level
are,
of illegal.
Like,
It's
there's
either
an entire
illegal
war
or
on
it's not.
drugs. In Falsetto, things are actually pretty dang chill.
Falsetto
Alright, yeah.
confirmed.
So, I'm going to start selling drugs.
Legato sounds
you should make
more and more like some kind of.
How do you make them? I dropped out in 5th grade. What do you mean make them?
There's a reason people don't go to Legato for the tourism.
Again, there are some
they're
great.
downers.
Again, there are some great people in Legato. Most of them have just had their souls completely crushed by criminalities.
Oh boy, do tell me.
Well, you see, back in 1940, I'm done.
But
Oh, see, back
the
from
way,
when I was born and started doing some good shit, my parents just stole the ideas and ran with them. That's why I always ask if I can do something for, like the Polygon phone.
yeah, like I'm fine with you having said that your parents gave you a Porygon, or you made a Porygon phone.
Yeah,
In my lore, I got connections to get drugs.
yeah.
Yeah, by lore he actually does. It's just
I really do.
he actually does. I've discussed his background before.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
I never doubted that you might actually have drugs. It's just what you are putting in front of us right now are like
not
particularly
drugs.
not drugs.
Yeah,
The question is he really dumb or is he just like smart and just playing you?
yeah.
That's a 200 IQ question.
I'm pretty sure it's the former.
I'm not gonna.
He's dumb. He's just absolutely dumb.
I mean, until he takes out something that can actually be useful for more than just a temporary reprieve from life.
If you
Hey, pull out some fucking iron or PP up, and I'll be all over that shit.
Yeah, so Bishop just heads to the bed, really.
I guess Lance is going to go take a shower because someone told him to take a shower when everyone was screaming at him. So he's going to go take a shower.
All right. So does everybody head to bed for the night then?
Yeah, I go make the Pokeballs that I was requested, and then I go to sleep.
Before I head to bed, I just like sit down and do a little, like, I guess I don't know what it'd be called, just a sort of taking stock of everyone we've met with my Theodosia.
All right.
Channel her.
Zombie question.
Yes.
Can I do like some like training with Sophia in my room? You know, just like doing some basic moves, all that such.
You can say you are, but you won't be gaining any XP since this is not a. The game
Yeah, I know. I'm just doing some basic training because you got to lose some weight.
She just picked up a lot of it in berry mass.
So I gotta like lose weight.
I'll let you say that you're exercising her, but remember, you're not gaining any XP for it.
I got you.
I'm just imagining you like rolling her around the. Yeah, that's right. Burn that.
I'm basically like kicking her around like a soccer ball.
She feels none of it.
She doesn't.
Clarence is probably also going up to his room.
Yeah, I forgot. Did the Pokemon need to have 3 evolutions? Because I forgot that Joltik only has 1. 3 evolution, 2.
I saw your Joltik, and you gave an in-story reason why you had a Joltik.
Mm-hmm.
So I was willing to allow it.
Okay, thanks.
Like,
we could have done that to get a Pokemon. I'm kidding.
Like, I know that like is against the. It's like different from what I said, but like, again, I love the story that we build together. If you can give me a story reason for something, I'm more than likely going to let you have it.
Okay.
Like, I very much love the idea of a DM making a story with his players rather than the players just making the story.
Absolutely, fine. I just realized it now that there might have been a rule for 3 evolutions, and I was like, wait a second, Joltik doesn't have 2 evolutions.
There's also the fact that I absolutely love Joltiks anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, the perfect starter for the what's the name for a gadgeteer, because it has threaded and zapper without needing any move, so I can make a taser or a vine whip.
Yeah,
depending. Actually, I think I can make them. I can make both of them if I want to. No, I need 2 different Pokemon. No, I think I already looked at that. I can only make a Gizmo out of 1 Pokemon. So I can make multiple Gizmos, but I need multiple Pokemon.
Anybody else gonna do something?
Yeah, you're gonna do something, Lance?
Alright, so what I'm doing. I'm taking a shower, then getting out and going to my sort of taking stock of the day with Theodosia. Channel her.
Theodosia looks at you, and she seems a little bit sleepy after eating so much, since this was a really good meal for her.
You're gonna be sick in the morning.
A succulent Chinese meal.
She waves a hand at you in dismissal when you say that, and she seems pretty pleased. She didn't get a really bad vibe from anybody. She's a pretty good psychic Pokemon, so she would have like shied away from anybody if she felt like they were a true threat.
Well, as long as you know, I guess.
Wow, her psychic abilities really suck. Then Jesus.
No, they're pretty good. You're not a threat.
You are not a threat.
Bishop can say he's a threat all he wants, but from what I've seen tonight, he's the least threatening person here. I'm more threatened by the 6'11" guy over here than I am Bishop.
Mm-hmm. Isn't the 6'11" guy also the one who likes metal?
No, that's the hobo.
No. No, I'm
hobo
hi.
is 6
It's me.
foot
Yeah,
11.
no, the hobo is
Chansey.
6 foot. The hobo is 6'11". He also, yeah, he's just 6'11" and does look like he could beat the shit out of someone if he wanted to.
Yes, he is
You want to
very well
bet
built.
right now, outside the Pokemon Center right now?
This is we're currently in after the meeting, Bishop. Nobody's sitting at the table anymore.
I know, I'm just joking out of character, sorry.
You just walk over to his door, knock on the door. Yo, I want to fight.
Just a sucker punch him right when he opens the door.
Clarence summons his stargazer in his room and draws a few cards to read the fortunes because he's starting to think that the stars are wrong.
You check them, and the cards. I'm going with the vague sense that tarot cards give you, and the cards say, all that glitters is not gold, but look forward to the days ahead. They will be good.
There.
That's what the stars tell you.
To clarify for the rest of the group, a stargazer is like he can summon it out of thin air. It's basically a small floating sun that has like tarot cards floating around it, and he randomly draws one to tell fortune and use his stargazer powers.
Yeah, so the general gist is this team looks like garbage now, but the days to come will be good.
It's like at the class in Final Fantasy Online. What is it, 15? I don't remember which one is this. No, it's 14.
We look like
I don't know, but
garbage.
I saw pictures of this online, and it looked really cool. So,
let me see if I can find it.
All right, so has everybody gone to bed and showered? And does anybody else want to do something before they say they go to bed?
No, actually. I'm going to excuse myself upstairs, then double back down, and I just kind of like to look at the different groups, see if there's any that particularly
what?
stand out.
Hold on, let me roll something.
Oh.
About to get jumped in my sleep on my X game.
There's one group that really stands out, and it's this group of people that seem to be meshing really well. They seem to be laughing, they seem to be having fun. It seems like the general consensus of the group is that they're all very put together. And it's a few random people, a guy with a fedora, a little girl who is dressed in like a kimono. But out of all the other groups that you see here, you singled them out because you get this really bad feeling that them being such a good team together is going to be a real pain in the future.
I'm going to set up my Togepi so that it looks like I'm feeding it. Can I overhear anything from them as they're talking, like names, any of their Pokemon, where they're planning on going, just anything at
all? Roll me perception.
Sweet. So,
you can do it. Give us that good roll.
Oh wow, that's unfortunate.
That's not too bad. All things considered.
Holy shit! You have a +4 to perception.
Yes.
Yeah, that's still pretty good. All right. You feed your Togepi and you listen. Yeah, you don't hear a lot, but you hear like You hear the guy in the fedora say, "Oh, well, my Geodude would probably do pretty well down in Dundon. He'd be more accustomed to the rocks. That's where I got him." And the little girl says, "Oh, but Floraberg's supposed to be having a flower festival tomorrow. That would be so much fun."
Sorry, say again. What's that town that you just mentioned?
Floraberg. It's a town that's north of here. That's having a plant Pokemon festival. It's either tomorrow or the day after.
Claren, your mic's echoing a little bit, by the way.
Yeah, Claren, can you either turn down your mic or put on push to talk, please?
What?
When I talk, I hear myself.
Oh, okay.
Testing. Okay, there we go. You fixed it. Yeah, so Shinra, you hear that Floraberg is having a festival that is going to have some kind of grass Pokemon competition. Oh wait, that was
8.
sorry. That was for the Falsetonians. Sorry. You remember hearing your team say that Floraberg is the town north of here, but the general consensus from your team seemed to be that they mostly wanted to head south towards Dundon. From what you can gather from this other team, you haven't decided which path you're going to go down. They're still deciding, but you can figure out that the guy with the fedora has a Geodude, the little girl has a Cleffa, and a tall woman in a robe has an Abra.
And I didn't catch any names or anything?
Hold on, let me do a straight luck check for you. Yes, you hear two names. You hear Marcus and Amantha. Anything else you'd like to do?
Continue to overhear, and then once nothing more is relevant I'm going to excuse myself and go sort of pour over a matter next week.
Alright, so basically you're heading to bed to plan out what you're going to do now.
Yes.
Alright, anybody else doing something before bed?
Bishop, after trying, just heads to the shower and then passes out, basically.
Smith's just gonna take as much of the leftover can before.
He's just gonna take leftovers, basically, is what he said.
He's gonna take as much as he can from the buffet and head to bed. I understand. Alright then. Yeah, all of you head to bed and go to sleep that night. It is a peaceful night. The rain lulls you to sleep, and the alarm clock in your rooms wake you up at about 8 in the morning. Yeah, all of you get out of bed, get dressed, and
Actually, Bishop is gonna basically turn the alarm off and head back to bed.
Lance was already awake and turns the alarm off. Goes back to drawing in a little notebook.
I wake up and check my phone to see if anyone sent me a message wanting Pokeballs.
Roll me. I'll roll you a luck check to see if anybody did.
Pokeballs cases. Nice.
Nobody messaged you last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I hope that the luck is better in this next time.
Alright, so
The D20s have been all over the place.
all of you wake up except Bishop and head down. There's a continental breakfast waiting. Yeah. And outside, you see streamers, you see stands. An entire festival has been set up early in this morning, almost possibly as soon as the rain stopped. The town of Helifab is in absolute racuous joy, because in Falsetto, you always celebrate anything you possibly can. You always celebrate good times, good people, and the start of new journeys. So, as you wake up and look outside, either eating your continental breakfast or pulling yourself out of bed, you see a Raculous festival going on that next time we gather together, we will be getting to enjoy and officially starting our game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that'll be all for tonight, if everybody's okay with that.
Yep.
All right.
Bishop's still passed out.
All right, we will continue this again next time. It is a pleasure being everyone's DM. I had a lot of fun tonight, and I look forward to next week. And all you out there in the internet who's listening to this later, have a good night.